Okay, what I have here is a Nemo Tenshi two-person mountain tent. This is the dry stuff bag that it comes with. The first little piece of paper is actually a whole bunch of common constellations, which I thought was a really neat touch. Underneath that is the instructions on how to assemble it. And so now we'll just pull the tent out of the bag. And shortly I'll skip forward a bit and we'll speed it up a little bit, just so you can see me setting up the tent. So I'm just going to increase the speed of this as I set up the tent. The things I notice with setting this up is the bag for the poles and the pegs or pins, whichever you want to call them. The drawstrings cross over before they go into the bag. I'm not sure why they've done this. I'm guessing there is a reason. It does make it a little bit more difficult to undo it and do it up. I tend to travel with tents with the poles and pegs in the bags that they come in. It just keeps everything together and tidy, and also in terms of pegs it keeps things clean. So far my impressions of this tent is it goes up really easily and very quickly. I've only set it up a couple of times, so I haven't quite perfected the technique. The whole tent weighs 2.6 kilo. That's its packed weight as was in that dry bag, and that's including that dry bag. They list it as 1.75, I believe, which is just the tent itself minus the vestibule, which you'll see the vestibule once this tent is set up. The vestibule itself offers a decent amount of room for a two-man tent, and I'll show you that in the photos later on. It has a ton of ventilation. The tent itself is ripstop sil nylon, so silicon impregnated nylon, so it's not breathable. As a result, on the inside of the door there is a vapor barrier, so you sleep with your head by the door and it reduces the condensation on the inside of the tent from your breath. There are warnings everywhere about having to have the vents open to prevent the risk of suffocation. Now I'm just going inside. That there is the vapor barrier that I mentioned just before. The back of it inside the tent is held on by two really strong bits of Velcro, one each side, and then a big zip running just inside the main zip there. So I'm just pulling it down so I can get inside and you can have a better view. I'm not overly tall. I'm 165 centimeters, so I'm not a big guy. As you can see, I have plenty of headroom inside the main tent. There's storage pockets to up the front, hanging bit for your lantern, a very secure anchor point for an internal anchor, and then a rear storage pocket with more warning labels. And the tent itself is quite roomy. As I said, I'm not a big guy, but there is definitely plenty of room for two people plus your gear, to be honest. I'm just moving around in the tent just to get a feel for it, and so moving forward into the vestibule area, and as you can see it is quite roomy. And I'll pull the camera around and put in some photos and you'll see what I mean.